Welcome to my Maritime Concert Tour documentary. I'll be taking you on an adventure across the Atlantic provinces of Canada. Please subscribe to the channel and ring the bell to get notifications about all the episodes. Let's hit the road. Well, Poochie, it's good to be on the road. What do you think? Poochie? My maritime concert tour begins here in Collingwood, Ontario. This is a maritime town, but I'm headed to the eastern provinces of Canada, the Maritimes proper. So let's hit the road, but first a show here in town at Georgian Traditions. My tour of the Maritimes begins here in Collingwood with a place that I've played many times, Georgian Traditions, and it's a special show here every time, and this one especially because of that, but also this happens to be the 12th anniversary of my being a professional musician. So let's go inside and celebrate.
I love is singing music for my friends right here and all across Canada. Oh, I can't wait to get on the road again. Oh, I can't wait to get on the road again. Oh, I can't wait to get on the road. Y'all take good care now, you hear? And I will see you again as soon as I roll back home. Until then, I've gotta be on the road again. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you kindly.
I begin day 3 with a walkabout of the lift locks here in historic Merrickville. En route to Cornwall now, we pause at the Upper Canada Village, a historic site of great significance. Here is a pioneer cemetery, restored. In the formative years of Canada, before she was even a country, war was waged on these very lands right here between the Americans and the British Loyalists. And the British Loyalists managed to stave off attack with help from the local natives, and it paved the way to Canada becoming a country. There, only about a kilometer away or so across the river, was what was then a threat of America here on the British colonies. And this river itself, the St. Lawrence, became a defense for the Loyalists. And we'll be following this river for a couple of days now. Hi, Odie. Hi, Odie. Hello, buddy. Hi, Odie. What do you think of the American Revolution? Huh? What do you think of all that? Hi, Odie. You're a little big for my company, but you're a beautiful doggy. You'd take up the whole front seat. Next up, Riverdale Terrace in Cornwall, my one and only show of the day. I guess it was nice having some extra time this morning to explore. Apple for lunch. Cosmic crisp, I'm sure it's out of this world. It's good. It's good to be back at Riverdale Terrace. Let's have a little party. Jimmy and the Crooners. I'm gonna have to sing harmony with myself. Here in the Santa Cruz Social Hall of Riverdale Terrace, a beautiful stage here. I love it when a facility has a nice stage like this. Well, hello, Cornwall. Hello, everybody. My name is Jimmy, and it's so nice to meet you all. Jimmy and the Crooners. Sorry, I had to do it. There's only one of me. I'm going to sing harmony with myself. But I will be crooning for you all afternoon. It's like a wedding hall in here. It's beautiful on this nice summer day. And here is a #1 song as we celebrate being together. This is from Charlie Pride. It goes like this. Oh, and that's the whole song. When the new air's on the little blue chandeliers, Charlie Pride. Well, my next show is in another province. I'm headed to Quebec for my first show in that province. Can't wait.
That sounds feels good. I haven't played on stage with a full band in probably 3 or 4 years, and I'm so pumped to do this tonight.
Well, I've made it safely to Quebec. I'm in Richmond, just a few minutes from Cleveland, where I'm playing, in a little diner, poutine place by a bowling alley. Gonna have a clubhouse with poutine. Gotta have poutine here in Quebec. Welcome to Wales Home in the canton of Cleveland, Quebec. And it's my first show in Quebec. I'm really happy to be here. And the senior living industry is booming here too. There's a brand new addition being added to their big facility. Looking forward to making this an annual tradition, stopping here. Not only did I arrive safely here for my first show in Quebec, but I also booked 2 shows in St. John's, Newfoundland today. This is a fun day. Well, I haven't heard any francophone yet. It's been all anglophone here. My concert hall for the afternoon. All the chairs laid out. It's a lovely place here. Here's where I'm performing, right by the fireplace. There's a nice grand piano there too. I'll be tickling the keys a little bit. Here at Wales Home in Cleveland, Quebec. My first show in Quebec. Wonderful to be here with you folks. You've made me feel so welcome here. This is a very special occasion. How long have we been planning this? For a long, long time. We've been trying to do this. Months and months. But that's how it works in my business. You plant a seed, and eventually it grows into something beautiful like this right here with you folks. As I was traveling yesterday to Quebec, I was listening to the radio, and I was reminded of an anniversary of the death of Elvis Presley. Yesterday was his 45th anniversary since he left. So I want to sing an Elvis Presley song. Well, it's 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready, now go, cat, go, now don't you step on my blue suede shoes. You can do anything but lay off on my blue suede shoes. The king of rock and roll. Well, I have something up my sleeve now that there's something I have to do while I'm here. I have to play this piano. It's a beautiful instrument. I don't believe I've ever played a Steinway piano before. It's incredible. Well, that was absolutely the most fun I have had in a long time. What a tremendous show. Thank you so much, Wales Home. Well, it's an inglorious end to what was really a very good day. My first show in Quebec. Fantastic time at Wales Home in Cleveland, Quebec. Just a small village. And it was one of my favorite shows of all time. For big reasons and small reasons. Starting with the small reason, I was chatting with some residents, of course, before the show, and one lady was asking where I was from, telling me where she was from, mentioning she was from just north of Kingston in Ontario. So I said I was just there a couple days ago in Tweed. Her face just lit right up. She was from that area and she knew it well. But just playing that first show in another province brings, you know, a new energy that it was fantastic. Great audience too, really lively and fun audience. And playing the Steinway piano. I've never played one before, and what a difference. I mean, I've played all kinds of different pianos now, and what a difference. The Steinway is incredible. It's like driving a Porsche compared to a Datsun. But if only I could play piano better. Anyway, I was inspired enough though to play a couple of songs during my show. I often play piano prior to a show, sort of during the load-in as people come in, and like house music as people are arriving, getting their seats. But I've never really played as part of the program. So this might be some foreshadowing for the future. I played a couple of songs on the piano. They enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. What a fantastic time. Thank you, Wales Home. Now to finish off my poutine, I was hoping to get some smoked fish at Saint-Jean-Port-Joli, but I just missed it. They were closed 20 minutes ago before I got there. And oh well, I'll look for some smoked fish tomorrow. Day off tomorrow as I make my way to New Brunswick. The remains of my lunch poutine are safely tucked away. And it is raining here at my campground, so I am simply going to work on my manuscript. Is that bright enough for you? I've been working on my book for 7 years. It was the Western Tour in 2015 that I began the framework for this big project. And I'm going to try to do the final draft during this tour 7 years later. And finally set it up to e-publish. PDF file. So, the rainy night, I have nothing better to do but settle in. There's no cell service or Wi-Fi to distract me. Arrivederci. No, au revoir. 6 o'clock in the morning and it's pouring rain. Seems like it always rains when I come to this part of Quebec. Just coincidence. But rather than sit in my campground and do nothing, I've slept for 10 hours. I'm gonna go exploring. Maybe it'll break, but the forecast is pretty gray. Well, here on the rock near St. Roch de Alanay, where I camped last night, and it's just pouring outside. I'm trying to make the best of it on the scenic lookout. Can't see anything. Can barely see the cathedral. But it's a lovely spot. Even the rock is a saint. St. Roch. Rock on. Well, all I can do is try to make the best of it. I won't be here for a long, long time again. It's one of my favorite stretches of road in all of Canada. But I won't be seeing it on the way home as it goes west again in October, because I'm going to take the other side of the river. I'm sure it's beautiful there too. But I love this stretch. I won't see it next year because when I go to Newfoundland, I'm going to just jet there as quickly as I can. So maybe 2 years from now I'll see this. Nothing is for certain. All of a sudden it's pants and sweater weather. Should have worn my windsock on my phone. Yeah, I have a question. Will I ever actually make a living at this? Well, the last couple times I've been to Grand Falls, they haven't been quite so grand, but I've seen them roaring here before. An impressive hydroelectric dam, and I want to thank the Canadian Tire here for retorquing my lug nuts. Well, my goal today was to cover some ground and get to southern New Brunswick. I'm not far from Fredericton now, and there behind me is the Mactatak generating station. And just a little beyond is Mactatak Provincial Park, where I'm staying tonight. This is a beast of engineering here. Let's have a look. There we go. Hello, little one. Are you welcoming me to my campsite? Welcome to Mactatak. Welcome to New Brunswick. It's been quite a slog getting here. I've driven about 1,700 kilometers and only played 5 shows. With those 2 canceled, that kind of hurts. However, this is where the performance really begins. I am only 23 kilometers from my next show, and I have 6 shows in the next 3 days. Actually 11 shows in the next 5 days, so I'm on a good stretch now. So a little R&R here at Mactatak. I'm going to walk around, have a look, but first I'm going to enjoy this beverage. At last, an opportunity to savor New Brunswick. It's been 3 years since I've been here. How many times have I said that in the last bunch of videos? And I can almost feel the ocean. I'm about maybe an hour and a half from the ocean, the big broad span of the Atlantic, and the mighty St. John River, which feeds the ocean, goes through Fredericton, goes through St. John, where I'll be next. And yeah, it's good to be back. That's an understatement. Do not flush feminine hygiene products, especially since this is a men's washer. Well, there's nothing that spectacular here at Mactatak, really. If you're looking for geological wonders and scenic sights, there's none of that really here. There's the big hydroelectric dam, and a man-made lake and a sort of a beach. I guess it's good for the kids, and if you want to just park in the woods, you can do that here. For me, it's just sort of a place to rest, imbibe a little bit, have a meal, have a shower in advance of a busy stretch in my schedule. Some kind of avian warfare going on here. Maybe it's my red shirt they don't like. Hey, don't you like Rush? Crows are said to have remarkable memories. They can remember a human, their face, what they're wearing, years later after they first encountered them. Maybe there was somebody with a red shirt that they didn't like, some scrawny Lithuanian guy. I have a boy named Cameron. This, of course, makes me think of my kids back home that I won't see for a long time. I hope you're enjoying the documentary so far. It's been a great ride for me too. Great to be on the road again. I hope you'll consider supporting my work by going to my Patreon page, patreon.com/Jimmy's Old Time Radio Show. You can support this work, help keep me on the road, delivering live and virtual music to seniors across Canada and really all around the world. Or if you want, you can just leave a tip. Both of the links are in the description below. Let's get back to the program now. Welcome to Fredericton. A thrift shop find here in Fredericton this morning. Oh, this is gonna rock. Wilf Carter's Calgary Horseman's Hall of Fame. It's a real classic record though, and only $3. Good shape too. Time for one more quick walk and then my show. Purple loosestrife is an invasive species, and I remember years ago there was a program back in Ontario to try to eliminate it. But I've noticed this year in my travels more purple loosestrife than I ever have, and it's really choking this wetland here, and that's what it does. It takes over the native reeds and marsh plants. Kicking off my visit to Fredericton with a concert here at Windsor Court. This is my 5th show here over the years. I really appreciate their hospitality. I almost parked in the general manager's spot. That would have been serious business. Oh, it's a nice day here in Fredericton. I'm going to be playing in that little gazebo kind of back there. Residents are at the back of the building. And yeah, we're going to celebrate these summer days while we still have them. It's a lovely place, Windsor Court.
I am doing well, thank you very much. I heard you ask that. Thank you kindly for making me feel so welcome here, friends. It is time I introduced myself. My name is Jimmy. Hello over here. Hello, everybody. It's so nice to see you again. And I say again because I've been here before. The last time was 3 years ago, and I don't want to explain why. We all know what was going on. But it's good to be back. And I've played 5 concerts here now. This is number 5. It's good to be back in the Maritimes. In fact, I just arrived. I was at Mactaquac last night. Got it right that time, Mr. Mactaquac, for future reference. I'll never forget. And this is my first concert in the Maritimes in 3 years. How special is that? Oh yeah. So glad to be here. Don't get around much anymore. Summertime.
One little victory. That was a special show for me to finally be performing again in the Maritimes. I have another one tonight at Thomas Hall here in Fredericton. But first, a little walk around this park. This is called Odell Park. A couple close calls this morning as I was leaving Mactaquac, which I now know is called Mactaquac. Equally as silly if you ask me. But yeah, 6:30 in the morning, I'm driving to Fredericton and there's a near miss with another driver. There's deer in the ditch. Man, oh man, it's a perilous journey out here, but I'm doing the best I can. Shannock's Thomas Hall is my first of 17 Shannock's homes in this tour. My second show today, triumphant return to the Maritimes as it is. And Shannock's is one of my top supporting companies anywhere in Canada, never mind just here in the Maritimes. So grateful to be here. Thank you, Shannock's, and let's have a little party. I promised myself I'd never ruin another video with me sticking a swab up my nose, but I'm waiting for the results of my rapid test right now. Another rapid test passed, and I've learned I'm going to be in the courtyard tonight. That's a welcome thing on a beautiful summer night.
Filming a segment of this next song for my YouTube channel.
But I need to tell you something.
Yes, sir.
My parents' 55th wedding anniversary is today.
Tonight.
Yeah.
She mentioned it was 55 years. She greeted me at the door. Tonight is the night. God bless you. Do you have a favorite song? What was your wedding song? Do you remember 55 years ago?
Oh, yes.
55 years you've been married. What a beautiful occasion. We get to share it together and celebrate with you. What are your names? Jim and Mary.
You are my sunshine, but you already.
I already sang it. See, I knew somehow instinctively. Well, there you go. Let me do another gospel song for you. And maybe I'll sing that again at the end.
Thank you.
55 years, an amazing thing. Beautiful. What a beautiful night this is here in Fredericton. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. For 55 years, you've been letting it shine. For 55 years, you've been letting it shine. 55 years, you've been letting it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Here in Fredericton, I'm gonna let it shine. Here in Fredericton, I'm gonna let it shine. Here in Fredericton, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. One more. For 55 years, you've been letting it shine. Oh, for 55 years, you've been letting it shine. For 55 years, you've been letting it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. 55 years! Beautiful! That deserves a round of applause. How special is that?
Wow, what a show. What a start to the maritime portion of my maritime tour. Thomas Hall and the 55-year anniversary. Tremendous fun. On the road again. Another inglorious end to an otherwise excellent day. Here's to tomorrow. Day 2 in Fredericton, 2 shows today, and some time to saunter around this morning again. I'm going for brunch with my buddy today. Well, I've been up and down the river both sides. Just gonna kill some time before brunch and continue to work on my manuscript with a goal of getting this book finished before I get home. All right, lunch consumed. Let's go check out the brand new Neil Hall here at another Shannock's facility. It's a beautiful place and only 2 years old. Really nice to be here. Just waiting for my contact to show up. She had to go out for ice cream and I'm extra early. And there behind me is my little corner. Nice purple paint there. And a little piano, which is tempting me.
Farewell, Nova Scotia, your sea-bound coast. Let your mountains dark and dreary be. When I am far away, so bright the ocean tossed, will you ever hear a sigh or a prayer for me?
me, Mary. Oh. We've got a Jimmy, a Jimmy, a Jimmy, and a Juicy. I like that. It's got a good ring to it. Juicy, how you doing, girl? Excellent. How about you boys back there, Jimmy and Jimmy? That's my name. My name is Jimmy. And here is a summertime song. In fact, this has the word summer right in the words. Here we go. Where it began, I can't begin to know when, but then I know it's growing strong. To believe in it true. Oh yeah. An enjoyable first show of the day. And now I'm going to just rest a bit here under the shade tree. And then I'm going to have a swim and get freshened up. A free public swim. And then another show tonight at St. Anne's Court. All right. Mission accomplished. Feels like summer here in Fredericton. And that was a necessary and refreshing dip. St. Anne's Court, my final show already here in Fredericton. St. Anne's Court is an Atria home, and they are always beautiful. This is no exception.
That will be taking place in the atrium, and we'll be getting underway in about 10 minutes. Again, we have entertainment in the atrium, so come on down and get ready to rock and roll. That will be going on shortly in the atrium. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening.
Rock and roll. All right. As one that comes from the age of vinyl, it's good to see some records here. I get to sing without the mask. It's hard to play harmonica through a mask. Let's see what this sounds like. Nice piano. I've never heard of this brand before. It's called Liszt. Franz Liszt was a famous pianist, so that's a good name for a piano. This is a song that goes back to 1934, I think it was. It's a song that's perfect for today. Something I've seen a lot of today. It's simply called Blue Skies. Blue skies
shining on me. Nothing but blue skies do I see. Bluebirds singing a song. Nothing but bluebirds all day long. Sing it, girl. I never saw a sun shining so bright. Never saw things going so right. Noticing the days are hurrying by. When you're in love, oh how they fly those blue days. All of them gone. Nothing but blue skies from now on. Oh, nothing but blue skies from now on. 'Cause I never saw a sun shining so bright. Never saw things going so right. Noticing the days are hurrying by. When you're in love, oh, they fly those blue days. All of them gone. Nothing but blue skies from now on. Bluebirds singing a song. Nothing but bluebirds from now on. Blue skies shining on me. Nothing but blue skies do I see. I heard you singing along. Such a pretty song on a pretty day.
Thus concludes the first full week of my tour. A spectacular time here at St. Anne's Court. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, everyone. And I'll see you again next year. Now on to Oromocto and Gagetown to begin week 2. I welcome you to week 2, starting here in Oromocto, which less than half an hour from Fredericton, could be lumped in with the Fredericton shows. Oromocto was once a shipbuilding town, and after that declined, it went primarily to lumber, lots of lumber in the area. And as that declined, it was revived again by the Canadian military. A base was built here in the 1950s, and it has sustained Oromocto quite well. About almost 10,000 people live here, and the influx and outflux of soldiers of two, of course. Here's a nice inlet off the St. John River. Nice little harbor for the boaters. I was enjoying a nice nap under the shade tree until Enhanced Living or Mukto. I always show up early to learn the lay of the land, and I've just been inside to figure out where they want me. I'll be in the dining room, nice and cool and shady in there, of course. And no rapid test requirement. There's a lot fewer of those all of a sudden lately. Just screening, and I of course feel fine or I wouldn't be standing here.
Leo. Hello, Leo. Here's a big kitty. Hello, Leo. Hello. What a big boy. What a big kitty. He's a happy cat. He came from the shelter. They found him outside, half froze. And now he's a content kitty. Boy, oh boy. Got awful crinkly in here all of a sudden. I have a fella right here having a big bite of ice cream. Somebody called you the man in black earlier. Are you with him? Is this your dad beside you here? We were talking about the man in black, and I promised I'd sing you, Mr. Some Johnny Cash. Thumbs up from the ice cream man. Here we go. I hang my head in. Right. We're having an ice cream party now. I'll bet there's rich folks eating in a fancy dining car. They're probably eating ice cream and they're smoking big cigars. Blow my blues away. The big old train is pulling into town right now. Choo-choo! Thank you so much. Yes, thank you. How's the ice cream?
Great fun in Oromocto, although I was concerned that the staff didn't seem to know I was coming. So now I'm here in Gagetown to perform at their sister home. Let's find out if they know I'm coming. Okay, there behind me is Enhanced Living Gagetown. Let's see if they are expecting me. Okay, the staff have approved it. They weren't expecting me, as I thought, but we're gonna do it and see what happens. All right, let's see what this thing sounds like. She's been around for a while, this one. Here at Gagetown. Say hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Yes, how many residents live here? Yes, yes. Nice, homey place. On a hot summer day, I was just about to sing a song that's going to take us all the way to Manitoba. This is called the Red River Valley. Okay, well, their show is done. They weren't expecting me. I expected they weren't expecting me. Now I wonder if I can expect to get paid. Sure could use it. 2,000 kilometers from home. Nonetheless, I've played 2 new venues today. Making the most of it, making the best of it. Cheers, Gagetown. An enjoyable stretch from Gagetown to St. John, off the Trans-Canada Highway and just some nice rural country roads. Nice little unexpected ferry crossing. Just pulled up and I was loaded on and immediately embarked. Jumpin' Jehoshaphat, I've got to do another ferry. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Didn't make this ferry, but we get to watch it cross anyway.